own place. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, right? I couldn't afford rent, but I bought an apartment. That's how God works. Hi guys, I hope you're doing good. My name is Lebohang, and today I am going to tell you about how God provided an apartment for me when I couldn't even afford rent, and God just gave me my own place. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, right? I couldn't afford rent, but I bought an apartment. That's how God works. Um, so it started with me wanting to move out from home where I was staying, wasn't working anymore. I lived with my family, and my family is a very big family. I was at the point where I just needed freedom, I needed independence, I needed to put myself out there and see what's there for me. At home, I didn't pay rent, I didn't do anything, I didn't contribute. Well, I contributed whatever that I could, which I'm so grateful for, but I just needed to put myself out there, to explore and see what else I can do. And that's when I started to so I started searching for places. The only way it was going to make sense for me to move out was to find a place close to work so that I don't have to use public transport, because that was going to be an added expense that I was not going to afford. So I was like, you know what, I need a place close to work. But unfortunately, places close to my work are very expensive, like a very, very expensive. Even like a tiny room, you can get it for like 4,000 rands, which is crazy. So I searched for months hoping I was going to find something closer to work, something that's not going to be expensive. But unfortunately, that did not happen. I found out quickly that things are expensive and I couldn't afford. So I gave up on that idea. I literally was like, you know what, God, I'm not gonna give up praying, but I'm just gonna give up trying to find a place on my own. You're gonna do it. I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna let you do it on your own time, own term, own pace. And I was like, you know what, God, it's up to you now. Then I just forgot about it. Not really forgot, but I was like praying about it, but not thinking about it as much as I did before, because I was obsessing over the idea. All right, months passed, a couple of months passed. Then there was this one random day at work. Oh my goodness, there was this one random day at work. For the context, I work in an NPO company where we provide food for disadvantaged people around South Africa and even outside South Africa. Mostly schools and other small organizations come get food from us, because we also get food from other companies. So I coordinate, the pickups and the deliveries and all of that. So I remember there was this one small organization that started receiving food from us. I just love that lady. She just gives to her community. She just does amazing things, providing food for disadvantaged people in her community and all of that. So I remember that lady. This day we had a lot of food. We got a lot of food. So I called her. I was like, hey, how are you? Is it possible for you to come later today at my work, because we have a lot of food? And I remember you told me when you have a lot of food, I can call you anytime. And she was like, yes, oh my goodness, I would love that. I would love to come. It's just that I don't have money for petrol, but as soon as I get it, I'll definitely let you know and I'll come. And I was like, okay, no problem. I was like, no problem. I don't know. I think I was texting her, calling her. I don't remember. I think I was texting her. After speaking to her, there was this intense feeling or thought. I don't know what to call it, because it almost seemed like it was a voice, but I know it wasn't a voice. It was like a thought that was so intense. It was like, give her the money. And I remember I was like, no. I knew it was God, because in my head I kept on saying, no, God, no, I can't. Like the voice kept on insisting, give her the money, and I kept on saying, God, this is my last money. And I was even planning today, I'm gonna do this and this and this and that. I can't give her. I was like, God, I can't. I'm gonna use this money, da 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 da. But I remember that day I couldn't work. I remember even my colleagues kept on asking, are you okay, because I just couldn't. I couldn't. Then I was like, you know what, there's a reason why I keep on getting this voice in my head, or this thought. Let me just send the money. It's just money at the end of the day. She probably needs it more than I do. I was like, okay. I sent the money. I was like, hey, I'll send you petrol money. Here's petrol money. You can come, come get the food. And I remember she sent me a voice note. She was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. You made my day. Wow. Like, she was so grateful. And that made me feel a bit relieved. I don't want to say, like, it made me feel relieved because this thought, it kept on bugging me. So the fact that I did it, it felt like a weight lifted on my shoulder. I don't know if that makes sense, but it felt like that. I was like, oh my goodness, I felt relieved, and I felt glad that I gave her the money, because she literally came that day and she took the food. She even like took photos with me. She was like, thank you so much. She was like, no problem, no worries. I go on with my day. Okay, my aunt, I get a text from my aunt. She's like, hey, there was this lady at my work. She was telling us about how you can, get housing through like a government subsidy for people who earn low income. You should take this lady's number and text her and just see what you can get. I was like, oh, okay. I remember I was like, not skeptical, but I was not interested, because I was like, oh, like, when you've never thought of doing something, like I never thought of buying a house or like a place or an apartment. So to me, it was like a far-fetched thing. So I was like, but I'm gonna text her anyway, just so that when my aunt asks me, I don't have to lie, because she's gonna be like, did you text her? And I don't want to be like, yes, I did, da, da, da. So I just sent this lady a text. I was like, hi, my name is so and so. I got your number from my aunt, da, da, da. She was like, oh, okay, yeah, we were at her work today. You can give me your details. You can give me your I think she asked for my ID number, my name and surname. I don't remember some of the things that she asked for. Then I just want to check for your pre-qualification, if you pre-qualify. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, you can do that. I gave her, I remember, not even like, it took like a couple of hours, like maybe 3 or 4 hours, I don't remember, because I remember I was it was after work, and I was with my colleague at Checkers. We were buying some groceries or something, and I received a text, and she's like, hey, congratulations girl, you qualify for this much. If you want, we can continue the application, da, 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 da. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? Like, what's going on? And she's like, yep, you qualify. And I'm in my head, I'm like, oh. Then after receiving her text message, there was this thought again in my head. It was like, I had the story in my head. It was like, go check the difference between the time you sent the money and the time you got the text from your aunt. So I was like, what? That voice kept on, like, it's a thought. I don't know why I keep on saying it's a voice, but it's a thought. It was so intense, it almost sounded like a voice. Go check. And I'm like, okay. I went back to my WhatsApp, and I went to my WhatsApp to check. Literally, it was the 1 minute. It's probably less than 1 minute apart. It was like a second apart, or like a minute apart. I was like, what? I don't even know why I got that thought, but I just knew it was God. That's the thing with God. When he does things for you, he makes sure that it was him. Because why did I get the thought to go and check the time difference between when I sent the money and when I got that text? God does things in his own way. And I remember I did check. I checked, and I was like, wow. I was like, okay, I know this was not part of my plans. I didn't plan to buy a home anytime soon. It was a far-fetched thing. I never thought I'd be able to buy a home anytime soon. I didn't plan for it. But because I'm getting this reassurance from God, I'm getting this go ahead, this green light from God, I'm gonna do it. I knew it was God because of the way that it happened. I was like, I'm gonna go through with the process. I remember the process. I didn't even put effort to the process. I didn't put any effort. They would call, we need this and this. I'd give them, we need this and sorry guys, I had to continue this video on another day. But as I was saying, I didn't put much effort into this whole process. Everything was just flowing. I'll just wait for them and to tell me what documents I needed to bring, and I'll just do it. It just went by smoothly. When I tell you guys, everything just went by. Okay, there were times where it didn't go as smooth as I wanted, because there was a time where I got declined, but even so, I was not even worried, when that happened, because I just knew that it was gonna happen because of how it started. I just knew that God had a hand in this whole process, like this whole thing. It was God, answering my prayers in a way I didn't expect. So I wasn't even worried, because they were like, "Oh, it got declined. Your application got declined, but don't worry, we're gonna reapply, and then it's gonna go through." And I didn't worry at all, because I knew it was gonna happen. Everything went by smooth. It didn't even take that long. It took, I think, 6 months for the whole thing to process, and for me to move in to my new place. And all I can say is that it was God. Everything, the way it just happened, it was God. There is no way I can look at this whole thing and be like, it was luck, it was coincidence, or it was my hard work. No ways, because it was God. I was stressed. I wanted to move out. I didn't know how it was gonna happen, but I just, by being obedient, by listening to that voice, to that thought in my head, everything happened in an unexpected way. I didn't expect for me to buy an apartment. I wanted to rent, but I eventually ended up buying an apartment. And for me, I think, even if you don't believe in God, you can see that this is not coincident. It is not. So to whoever out there that feels they're in a place where things are just not working out, they feel stuck, I pray that this video is going to be a reminder of how God can change your situation just like that, by simply being obedient. That's what happened to me. I obeyed God, and things changed for me. So I pray that this video is just gonna, bring you back to your prayer life, bring you back to trusting God with everything. That, what, if you put in the work, if you pray, and you don't have to worry, God will change your situation. So it all goes to my favorite verse, one of my favorite verses in the Bible, where it says, "Seek God and His righteousness, and all these things shall come." Like, just, your job is to seek God, your job is to pray, and just pray, be strong in your prayer life, and all these things will come. Wisdom will come, opportunities will come. Just, if you work, if you put in the work, you don't have to worry about anything else. I pray that this video will find the right people who need this video, and I pray over you and pray over your life that you will start seeing things in different way. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye bye.